It's Dr. Robert Malone. And he's the man who just exposed that malinformation, spreading of malinformation, gets us mislabeled as domestic terrorists and puts us on this TSDB. So Dr. Robert Malone, and he has released stuff about the coronavirus. It was a planned poisoning and biological attack. Dr. Anna Maria Maialka, if that's how you say her name, Maialka, she says the same thing. Dr. Lynn Bear says the same thing. Numerous different people that are reliable sources have said the same thing with no ulterior motive. You know, these people aren't conspiracy theorists. They analyzed a slide on a microscope and came to a conclusion. Now, the word conspiracy theorist is a new term. You know, did you know that this term is as new as selfie is? Did you know that the term conspiracy theorist is as new as the word selfie is? Okay, that word was created. It was created and added to the dictionary. And it's two words. It's not even one word, but it's treated as a singular word. That reason that word exists is to distract everyone from the word conspiracy. Conspiracy is when a group of people conspires against a group. So every single time our Congress, our representatives, any type of politician meets, that's actually a conspiracy. Now, when we talk about what they're doing, it is not actually a conspiracy or a conspiracy theory. That's just conversation. We're just theorizing or talking about hypothesizing, which is part of the scientific method. It's one of the 7 steps of the scientific method, which is hypothesizing. So don't try to leave a bad taste in our mouth for making theories when that's what science is based on. You know what I mean? So then that's anti-intellectualism. You don't want us to think about anything. And then also, so that anti-intellectualism is very, very important because it has to do with this. And that's something that the government can't say it's not real, because we've got literal professors at a high level making entire presentations about this. So that it's impossible for them to say that that's not real. And it's changed to trying to say that they're malinformers. Like Dr. Robert Malone has been targeted. He has a great speech. It's about an hour long that's on my community tab that I added within a couple days ago. And he's got a book about the Psy War, believe it or not. An eloquent doctor, just like Dr. Anna Maria Maialka, or Maialka, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I still need to figure that out, on Substack. This man is a reliable source. He's at the very tippity top as far as credibility. And he's saying that he is a victim. He's in crosshairs, as he put it, that goes to around the world. So he is saying that he's targeted. And it has to do with his findings about coronavirus. He's saying that people's minds are under attack. We are currently living a mind war. He described it very, very well, saying it's something that's done with corporations and the government. Corporations and the government. So they're teaming up. They've teamed up to make a real conspiracy against all of us, against the customers, against the public, against the citizens. So, like, think of the banking class. They treat you as a customer. The banks are very interconnected to the government. Being a customer, being a citizen are almost the same type of thing. This conspiracy that's occurring is happening at a high level, and there's an attack on our words, so we can't communicate what's happening. If you try to go to someone and say, hey, I'm a victim of electronic harassment, any person in the world that has never heard of something is going to go to the internet because they don't want to look dumb. That's something we've got the ability to do now. We look at it up on the internet. The first thing you see, the first thing that is created, socially engineered on purpose, and then they took computer science engineers and they made sure that they did exactly what the social engineering campaign wanted. And this is at CIA level. So this is no matter what happens. If you Google electronic harassment, you're going to get that Wikipedia page. And for God knows why, you click that one first, unless you know. Now, when you click that page, it says that this is a conspiracy theory. Now, wait a minute. That word's as new as selfie. When this technology goes back to the early 1900s, well, I should say 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, is when it was happening in Cornell University with Dr. Alan Frey, and then Walter Reed, Institute of Army Research and Technology. So that's not a conspiracy, bro, and that's not as recent as selfie, safe to say.